Let me start with a question that surprises many people over the age of 60. What if one of the most powerful ways to support your skin, reduce wrinkles, and improve collagen production is something you could add to your morning coffee? Not an expensive cream, not a cosmetic procedure, but something nutritional, something that works from the inside out. Here's what's really going on inside your body. After the age of about 40, collagen production begins to decline significantly. By the time many people reach their 60s and 70s, collagen production can drop by as much as 1 to 1.5% per year. Collagen is the structural protein that gives your skin its firmness, elasticity, and resilience. Think of collagen like the scaffolding in a building. When that scaffolding is strong, the structure stays smooth and tight. But when the scaffolding weakens, the structure begins to sag. That's when wrinkles deepen, skin becomes thinner, elasticity declines. But here's the important part. Most people never hear. Wrinkles are not just a skin problem. They are often a metabolic problem. They're influenced by inflammation, blood sugar levels, oxidative stress, and the body's ability to repair connective tissue. In other words, if you want to support healthy skin as you age, you don't just treat the surface. You support the biology why collagen declines with age underneath the skin. Now, this is where something simple like what you put into your morning coffee can become surprisingly powerful. Certain nutrients can signal the body to support collagen production, improve skin hydration, and strengthen the connective tissue matrix. For example, randomized clinical trials have shown that bioactive collagen peptides can improve skin elasticity, hydration, and wrinkle depth after several weeks of supplementation. In some studies, improvements in skin elasticity and wrinkle appearance were observed after 8 to 12 weeks of consistent intake. But there's an important nuance. Collagen itself is only part of the equation, because if your body is inflamed, if blood sugar is unstable, or if key nutrients are missing, the body cannot effectively rebuild collagen. So today, I want to show you something different. Instead of focusing only on cosmetic solutions, we're going to look at the metabolic strategy for protecting collagen, and we'll break it down into simple steps you can start using today, beginning with something you can add directly to your coffee. In this video, we're going to cover the real biological reason collagen declines with age, why wrinkles are often connected to metabolism and blood sugar, the specific compound you can add to coffee to support collagen, nutrients that activate your body's collagen-building machinery, the daily protocol that protects skin structure as you age, and the common mistakes that silently accelerate skin aging. Because once you understand how collagen actually works inside the body, you stop chasing cosmetic fixes and you start supporting the biology that keeps skin strong for decades. And if you're interested in simple science-based strategies to improve energy, metabolism, and healthy aging, consider subscribing. I share content like this regularly to help you optimize your health naturally. Now, let's begin with the first key concept, and it's one of the most misunderstood parts of aging skin. Most people think wrinkles appear simply because collagen disappears with age. But that's not exactly what happens. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Collagen is produced by specialized cells in the skin called fibroblasts. These cells act like microscopic construction workers. Their job is to constantly rebuild and maintain the collagen network that keeps skin firm and elastic. When you're young, these fibroblasts are highly active. They continuously produce new collagen fibers to replace older ones that naturally degrade over time. But as we age, something changes. Fibroblasts don't necessarily disappear. They become less hidden causes of wrinkles active. Think of it like a construction crew that slowly stops working. The workers are still present, but the building process slows down dramatically. By the time many people reach their 60s or 70s, collagen production may decline by up to 25–30% compared with younger adults. And that's when the skin's structural network begins to weaken. But there's another layer to this story. Fibroblasts require specific nutritional signals and amino acids to produce collagen effectively. Without those signals, the body simply prioritizes other functions, and collagen production drops lower on the priority list. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your body is a construction site building a bridge. To repair the bridge, you need 3 things: workers, building materials, instructions to start construction. If any of those are missing, the bridge doesn't get repaired. The same thing happens with collagen. The workers are the fibroblasts. The building materials are specific amino acids like glycine and proline, and the instructions are metabolic signals that tell the body it's safe to rebuild. When people age, they often lack at least two of these three elements. Protein intake decreases, inflammation increases, blood sugar becomes less stable, and the result is slower collagen renewal. Now here's where something simple like what you add to your morning coffee becomes powerful. One of the easiest ways to deliver collagen-building amino acids to the body is through hydrate collagen peptides. These peptides are essentially collagen that has been broken down into smaller amino acid chains that the body can absorb easily. Several clinical trials have shown that consuming collagen peptides regularly can stimulate fibroblasts and improve skin elasticity. For example, randomized controlled trials have shown improvements in skin hydration, elasticity, and wrinkle depth after approximately 8 to 12 weeks of collagen peptide intake. This happens because the peptides act not only as building blocks, but also as signals that activate collagen synthesis in the skin. In other words, they tell fibroblasts, start rebuilding, and coffee becomes a convenient delivery system. Adding collagen peptides to coffee works well because collagen dissolves easily in hot liquids and becomes part of a daily routine people already follow. Consistency matters. Collagen renewal is not something that happens overnight. Skin remodeling cycles take roughly 8 to 12 weeks, which is why regular intake is key. Now, before we move forward, if this breakdown is helping you understand how your body actually rebuilds collagen, consider subscribing to the Powerful Coffee Ingredient Revealed channel. My goal here is simple: to translate complex physiology into practical strategies you can use every day, because once you understand the biology, you can start supporting the body's natural repair systems instead of simply masking the symptoms of aging. And in the next section, we're going to talk about something even more important. Because even if you add collagen to your coffee, one hidden metabolic process may still be destroying collagen faster than your body can rebuild it. It's called glycation, and it's one of the biggest accelerators of wrinkles. Let's break that down next. Now, let's talk about something that silently accelerates wrinkles. Even if you're using the best skincare products or taking collagen supplements, it's a process called glycation, and most people have never heard of it. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Glycation happens when excess sugar molecules attach to proteins in the body. When those sugar molecules bind to proteins like collagen or elastin, they form harmful compounds known as advanced glycation endoducts, often called AGEs. These compounds change the structure of collagen. Instead of being flexible and resilient, collagen fibers become stiff, brittle, and damaged. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of collagen fibers like elastic rubber bands that keep the skin firm and springy. When glycation occurs, those rubber bands become hardened and rigid, almost like they've been dipped in glue and left to dry. Once that happens, the collagen network loses its ability to stretch and rebound. That's when wrinkles begin to deepen. Skin becomes thinner, elasticity declines. And here's the key point: glycation is strongly influenced by blood sugar levels. Every time blood sugar spikes dramatically, especially from refined carbohydrates and sugar, the risk of glycation increases. Over years or decades, that repeated exposure accelerates collagen damage. This is one reason researchers studying aging often refer to glycation as internal caramelization. The proteins in your body are literally being slowly caramelized by sugar. Now, here's where things get interesting. Many people unknowingly accelerate this process every single morning. They drink coffee, which can actually be beneficial because of its antioxidant compounds. But then they add large amounts of sugar, flavored syrups, or highly refined creamers. This combination causes rapid blood sugar spikes, especially when consumed on an empty stomach. Those spikes create the perfect conditions for glycation. And over time, that contributes not just to wrinkles, but also to broader aging processes in the body. In fact, research in aging biology has shown that higher levels of AGEs are associated with skin aging, reduced elasticity, and increased oxidative stress. So, if someone wants to protect collagen, stabilizing blood sugar becomes just as important as adding collagen itself. Now, here's a practical strategy. Instead of sweetening coffee, how it supports collagen production with sugar or artificial syrups, consider options that support metabolic stability. For example, cinnamon is a powerful natural compound that may help support insulin sensitivity and blood sugar regulation. Some studies suggest that cinnamon polyphenols can improve glucose metabolism and reduce oxidative stress. Another option is MCT oil, which provides rapid energy for cells without causing blood sugar spikes. MCTs are metabolized quickly by the liver and converted into ketones, which can support cellular energy and metabolic flexibility. These kinds of additions help shift the body away from blood sugar spikes and toward a more stable metabolic environment, which indirectly protects collagen. Because remember this key principle: collagen is not just built by nutrients, it's also preserved by metabolic stability. And when blood sugar is stable, the body produces fewer glycation compounds that damage connective tissue. In the next section, we're going to explore another critical factor in collagen decline. Because even if blood sugar is stable, something else may still be quietly breaking down collagen fibers. And that factor is chronic inflammation, one of the most powerful drivers of accelerated skin aging. Now, let's move to the third major factor that accelerates wrinkles and collagen loss. And this one affects nearly every system in the body. It's chronic inflammation. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Inflammation is not always bad. In fact, it's part of the body's natural defense system. When you get injured or fight an infection, inflammation helps repair damaged tissue. But problems begin when inflammation becomes chronic and low-grade. Instead of turning on and off like a light switch, it stays on constantly. And when that happens, the body begins activating certain enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases, often shortened to MMPs. These enzymes act like molecular scissors. Their job is to break down damaged proteins in the body, including collagen. That process is helpful during wound healing. But when inflammation remains elevated for long periods of time, those enzymes become overactive and they start breaking down healthy collagen fibers. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine the skin's collagen network like a fishing net stretched underneath the surface of the skin. That net keeps everything firm and supported. But inflammation activates enzymes that begin cutting holes in that net. Over time, the net weakens, and when the structure underneath weakens, the surface begins to wrinkle and sag. Now, here's where metabolism plays a major role. Several lifestyle factors dramatically increase chronic inflammation. Highly processed foods, excess sugar, poor sleep, chronic stress, lack of physical activity. All of these factors elevate inflammatory signaling molecules like cytokines, which in turn activate those collagen-breaking enzymes. And this is why supporting collagen is not just about adding nutrients. It's about lowering the inflammatory environment that destroys collagen in the first place. Now, here's benefits for skin hydration and elasticity. Something fascinating. Coffee itself may actually play a protective role here. Coffee contains powerful plant compounds called polyphenols, including chlorogenic acids, which have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Research has shown that these compounds can help neutralize oxidative stress and support cellular protection. But when coffee is combined with certain anti-inflammatory nutrients, its effects can become even more supportive. One example is grass-fed collagen peptides combined with vitamin C. Vitamin C is a critical coactor in collagen synthesis. It activates the enzymes that help convert amino acids into stable collagen fibers. Without adequate vitamin C, collagen cannot form properly, even if collagen peptides are present. Another helpful addition is turmeric or curcumin, which has been widely studied for its anti-inflammatory properties. Curcumin helps reduce inflammatory signaling pathways that can accelerate tissue breakdown. Even small amounts added to beverages or meals throughout the day may help support a healthier inflammatory balance. Now, here's the key takeaway. If you want to protect collagen as you age, you need to think about two sides of the equation. First, provide the building blocks. Second, reduce the breakdown signals. That means supplying amino acids like glycine and proline, while also lowering inflammation that destroys collagen faster than it can be rebuilt. And if this explanation is helping you better understand how metabolism, inflammation, and skin aging connect, consider subscribing to the channel. My goal is to break down complex physiology into practical tools you can apply every day. Because once you understand the biology behind aging, you gain the ability to influence it. And in the next section, we'll talk about something surprisingly powerful. We're going to look at why your morning coffee can actually become one of the easiest daily delivery systems for collagen-supporting nutrients when it's used the right way. Now, let's talk about something practical. Because up to this point, we've discussed why collagen declines, how blood sugar damages it, and how inflammation accelerates breakdown. But the question most people ask is simple. What can I actually do each morning that helps support collagen? This is where your morning coffee becomes surprisingly useful. Coffee is already one of the most widely consumed beverages in the world. And from a metabolic perspective, moderate coffee consumption has actually been associated with several health benefits. Coffee contains powerful compounds called polyphenols, particularly chlorogenic acids, which act as antioxidants. These compounds help reduce oxidative stress in cells, one of the contributors to skin aging and collagen breakdown. Several population studies have even associated moderate coffee consumption with reduced inflammation and improved metabolic health. But the real advantage of coffee is something very simple: consistency. When a habit already exists in your daily routine, it becomes an ideal place to introduce supportive nutrients. Instead of trying to add multiple new supplements throughout the day, you anti-inflammatory skin support simply attach one beneficial nutrient to an existing habit. And one of the most effective nutrients to add here is hydrazine collagen peptides. Let me explain why. Collagen peptides are broken down forms of collagen protein. Because they're hydrated, the body absorbs them easily in the digestive system. Once absorbed, these peptides provide key amino acids like glycine, proline, hydroxyproline. These amino acids are the primary building blocks of connective tissue. But something interesting happens beyond simple nutrition. Research has shown that certain collagen peptides actually act as biological signals that stimulate fibroblasts, the cells responsible for producing collagen. In other words, these peptides don't just supply materials, they activate the repair process. Clinical studies have demonstrated that consistent collagen peptide intake may improve skin elasticity, hydration, and wrinkle depth after several weeks of daily use. And this is why adding collagen peptides to coffee can be such a practical strategy. Collagen powder dissolves easily in hot beverages, has a neutral taste, and fits seamlessly into a morning routine. Now, let's make this practical. A simple collagen-up supporting coffee routine could look like this. Start with your normal coffee. Then add 10-15 g hydrated collagen peptides, a small pinch of cinnamon to support blood sugar stability, optional MCT oil for metabolic energy. This combination does 3 important things. First, it provides collagen-building amino acids. Second, it helps reduce blood sugar spikes, which protects collagen from glycation damage. Third, it provides stable metabolic energy, especially helpful for older adults who want sustained energy without relying on sugar. But consistency is critical. Skin remodeling cycles occur slowly. Collagen fibers typically regenerate over 8-12-week cycles, which means the real benefits come from steady, long-term support. Think of it like watering a garden. You don't water a plant once and expect it to grow. You water it consistently, and over time, the structure strengthens. The same principle applies to connective tissue in the body. And in the next section, we'll explore something even more important. Because adding collagen to coffee is helpful, but it works dramatically better when combined with the nutrients that activate collagen production inside the body. And one nutrient in particular plays a critical role in turning amino acids into strong, stable collagen fibers. Now, here's something many people overlook when they start taking collagen. They assume that simply consuming collagen is enough for the body to rebuild strong connective tissue. But that's not entirely how collagen biology works. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Collagen production is a multi-step biochemical process. The body must first break collagen peptides down into amino acids, then transport those amino acids into fibroblast cells, and finally assemble them into stable collagen fibers. And that final step requires specific nutrient coactors. Without those coactors, collagen simply cannot form properly. Even if you're consuming best way to use it daily, collagen peptides every day, the most important of these coactors is vitamin C. Vitamin C activates enzymes called prolyl hydroxylase and lysyl hydroxylase. These enzymes help convert amino acids into hydroxyproline and hydroxyin, the structural components that give collagen its strength and stability. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine collagen as a steel cable used to support a suspension bridge. The amino acids are the steel wires, but vitamin C acts like the machine that twists those wires together into a strong cable. Without that machine, the wires remain loose and the cable never forms. Historically, this is why sailors who suffered from severe vitamin C deficiency developed a condition called scurvy, where connective tissues weakened dramatically. Their bodies literally could not produce collagen properly. Now, fortunately, most people today are not severely deficient in vitamin C, but many older adults still consume less than optimal amounts, especially if their diet lacks fresh fruits and vegetables. And when vitamin C intake is low, collagen synthesis becomes less efficient. So, if someone is adding collagen peptides to coffee each morning, pairing that routine with vitamin C-rich foods can make a meaningful difference. Some excellent natural sources include citrus fruits, kiwi, bell peppers, strawberries, broccoli. Even something as simple as adding lemon to water later in the morning can support this process. But vitamin C is not the only factor involved. Certain trace minerals also support collagen formation. For example, copper plays a role in cross-linking collagen fibers, helping strengthen connective tissue. Zinc supports cellular repair and wound healing. And silica found in foods like cucumbers and oats contributes to connective tissue integrity. Now, here's the practical takeaway. If you want collagen supplements to work effectively, you need to support the entire collagen building pathway, not just the first step. That means providing amino acids, activating collagen enzymes, supplying trace minerals, reducing inflammation and glycation. When all those pieces work together, collagen production becomes far more efficient. And if this breakdown is helping you better understand the biology behind healthy aging, consider subscribing to the channel. My goal here is to simplify complex physiology into practical strategies you can apply in daily life. Because aging well isn't about quick fixes. It's about supporting the body's repair systems consistently over time. Now that we've talked about collagen peptides, blood sugar stability, inflammation, and the nutrients required for collagen synthesis, let's bring everything together into something practical. Because information alone doesn't change health. Daily habits do. Collagen health, just like metabolic health, is largely determined by what you do consistently, not occasionally. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Your skin is constantly remodeling itself. Old collagen fibers break down, and new ones are produced in cycles that typically last about 8 to 12 weeks. That means the body is always common mistakes to avoid balancing two processes: collagen breakdown, collagen rebuilding. The goal is simple: shift the balance toward rebuilding more than breaking down. And that's where a simple daily routine can make a powerful difference. Let's walk through a practical collagen support protocol that many seniors can easily follow. Start with the morning. Your morning coffee can become a strategic opportunity to support collagen production. Instead of drinking coffee alone or adding sugar and flavored creamers that spike blood sugar, consider turning that coffee into a collagen support drink. A simple approach might look like this: your coffee plus 10-15 g hydrate collagen peptides, a pinch of cinnamon for blood sugar balance, optional MCT oil for steady metabolic energy. This combination provides collagen-building amino acids while helping stabilize blood sugar and reduce glycation risk. Now let's move to the next part of the day. Protein intake across the day matters. Many older adults unknowingly consume too little protein, which reduces the body's ability to maintain muscle, connective tissue, and skin structure. Research in aging nutrition often suggests that older adults may benefit from higher protein intake than younger adults to maintain tissue repair. Focus on protein sources like fish, eggs, poultry, legumes, grass-fed meats if tolerated. These foods provide additional amino acids that support connective tissue renewal. Next comes vitamin C intake. As we discussed earlier, vitamin C is essential for collagen enzyme activity, including foods like citrus fruits, berries, bell peppers, leafy greens, helps ensure collagen fibers form correctly. Another powerful factor is sleep. During deep sleep, the body releases growth hormone, which plays a role in tissue repair and regeneration. Poor sleep increases cortisol, and elevated cortisol can accelerate collagen breakdown and skin aging, so protecting sleep quality becomes part of protecting collagen. Aim for consistent sleep schedules, reduce late-night screen exposure, and a calm nighttime routine. And finally, there's movement. Regular physical activity improves circulation and nutrient delivery to tissues, including the skin. Exercise also improves insulin sensitivity, which reduces glycation damage to collagen fibers. Even moderate daily movement, walking, resistance training, or light strength exercises supports connective tissue health throughout the body. When you combine these habits together, something powerful happens. You create an internal environment where the body is able to repair and maintain its structural proteins more effectively. And that's the real goal. This is not just about cosmetics. It's about how the body maintains its structural proteins over time. And as we age, two things begin happening simultaneously. But today, we discuss something empowering. Many of the factors influencing collagen decline are metabolic and lifestyle-driven, which means they are also modifiable. First, we talked about the role of fibroblast cells, the microscopic builders responsible for producing collagen. As we age, these cells become less active, but they can still respond to the right nutritional signals. Second, we explored glycation, the process where excess sugar attaches to proteins and damages collagen fibers. Stabilizing blood sugar is one of the most important strategies for protecting the collagen you already have. Third, we discussed chronic inflammation, which activates enzymes that break down collagen structures. Reducing inflammatory stress through diet, sleep, and lifestyle habits protects connective tissue. Fourth, we looked at how your morning coffee can become a practical delivery system for collagen-supporting nutrients. Adding hydrated collagen peptides provides amino acids that help stimulate collagen production. Fifth, we explained the importance of collagen coactors, especially vitamin C and trace minerals, which activate the enzymes required to build strong collagen fibers. None of these strategies are extreme. They are simple, sustainable habits that work with the body's natural repair systems. And that's the key idea I want you to take away from this. Healthy aging isn't about chasing quick fixes or miracle products. It's about creating an internal environment where the body can repair, rebuild, and maintain itself. Small changes practiced consistently can shift the trajectory of how your body ages. So here's a simple challenge. Try implementing just one of these strategies this week. Maybe it's adding collagen peptides to your morning coffee. Maybe it's stabilizing your blood sugar by removing added sugars from that coffee. Or maybe it's increasing your daily intake of vitamin C-rich foods. Then pay attention to how your body responds over the next several weeks. Because when you support the biology of repair, your body often responds in remarkable ways. And if you found this helpful and want more science-based strategies to support energy, metabolism, and healthy aging naturally, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. There are many more tools we can explore together to help you optimize your health, not just for today, but for the decades ahead.